Today we're talking about sex and HIV.
Welcome to Akuna's channel.
Hi guys, welcome back to channel yam igama Akona Loliwe. If you are new into this channel, you are welcomed and please do feel at home. And for those of you who are returning subscribers, thank you ever so much. So if you have been subscribed, please do so now. It's free, guys, like as in free, right? So it's been a while. I know it's a long story, but I'm back. That's what is important. So I'm back with HIV again. I know that I was supposed to be doing a continuation with topic with series yam women's health, but there are issues like burning issues that came to my attention that I have to actually address, so hence I'm kind of branching off. Otherwise, women's health, we're still going to continue with it, right? So today, like I said, we're going to be talking about everything and anything that has to do with sex and HIV. I know this topic, it's like PG, but we need to talk about it. I've been getting a lot of inboxes with regards to that, and I've realized that clinics, mostly in clinics, I'm just going to talk about clinics because that's where I've been at, actually even in hospital, whenever a person comes in and tests positive, condoms, go. They must not leave your side for the rest of your life. You must be using condoms and stuff, So when a couple or like wants to get a baby, it becomes a bit blur or like confusing. Okay, now what must I do, right? So then now I'm gonna be addressing two sets of couples, right? One, it's the discordant couples, and then two, it's two people who are in a relationship and are both positive, right? So discordant couples, I mean, like, it's where one partner is positive and another one is negative, right? So I'm going to be talking about those two. Okay, now what happens, because there are couples where like they feel like, okay, now I feel like we're in a point where we can actually have our first child or we can try for our second child. So it becomes a bit positive, but okay, how is that feasible, especially knowing how HIV was, because before the process was very strenuous and daunting, you had to be, there was just so much that had to go into place when a couple who's positive or when one is positive before they want a child. So there was just so much, washing of semen and everything, but again, now we've evolved, as I always say, and that there's been like very good development, with regards to the HIV and the treatment. So now HIV is no longer that it's actually just another chronic illness, that needs a proper management, and then after that you can go and have your entire life, and then that includes you being able to start and have a family, So now, how is it possible? How is it possible? Can a person who's HIV positive have sex without condom? And then what are the implications of that and everything, So let's start with the discordant couples. As I have explained, that discordant, it's just two people. The other one is positive and the other one is negative, right? Anything and everything that has to do with the HIV, it goes around and revolves around viral load, which is the number of viral copies in your blood, actually, basically, which is what we are actually looking into, when we're dealing with HIV. That is very important. That's the key word that you need to know when it comes to HIV, your viral load, because life from the HIV is actually dependent upon that word, viral load, which is, as I've said, that again, it's just the number of copies of virus in your blood, right? So with a viral load, the key thing that everyone who's HIV positive, or if you are living with someone who's HIV, or if you are helping in management of HIV, our main aim is for that person to be undetected, right? So what does it mean to be undetected? Because abanye when they hear that they're undetected, we've had a lot of cases like that in here in my facility, where a person hear that I'm undetected, and voila, they leave a treatment, and then boom, 6 months down the line, they come back with a viral load that is spiraling up, So undetected, that means the number of copy in your blood has been reduced, that it cannot be actually detected by using the normal or the standard test that we are using, right? It is below 50, even if it's below 50 or whatever, and apart that and on top of that, as a number of viral load or number of copies in your blood has been like reduced, like it's very small few copies that are left, and on top of that they are inactive, so that means they can't replicate, they can't produce, they can't make more copies, and they can't act, so they are like, let's say, sleeping. That's the layman's time we normally use, that they are sleeping. That means the virus cannot do anything to you, so you must not stop, because you being undetected was the result of you taking your treatment, and so the moment you stop taking your treatment, HIV is going to come back, and it's going to come back like more stronger and more destructive. So when you're undetected, then you must continue taking your treatment to keep that nonsense like undetected. So we always say that there's a term that we always use, at U is equal to U. That means undetected is equal to untransmittable. There is no way that you can, it's scientifically proven, there's no way that a person can transmit HIV if the person is undetected. Right, but then, however, that doesn't mean that if you're undetected and you cannot transmit HIV, you can just go and do anyhow. Because the thing is, in a perfect world, I always say that in a perfect world would say that, two couples, they are HIV positive and then they are on their treatment, then voila, there's no need, like literally there's no need for you to use a condom. But then that is in a perfect world, You might be undetected and on your treatment, and then your partner, one of you, goes out there and do some shibbolizing, and then come back. There's something that is called reinfection that we need to avoid for who's HIV positive, right? So, like I said, the two couples, the discordant couples, when one partner is HIV positive and another one is HIV negative, so they can actually have unprotected sex without the other partner or the other party feeling that I might be infected and stuff. Like I said, that U is equal to U, undetected is equal to untransmittable. But then you have to make sure, you have to really make sure that your partner is undetected and healthy and remaining on their treatment, and that other partner as well who's negative is not going around doing some funky things, because the moment he goes around and gets infected and then he comes back or she comes back, and then you get reinfection, and there are different strains of HIV. That's another thing, chances that you have a different kind of strain, and then your partner goes out there while you're undetected and you're on your treatment, and then he or she gets a different strain, and then he comes back and give you that, that's where partners needs their resistance, and then you put you on regimen 2, and still on regimen 2 you become resistant, and then you go on regimen 3, which is like the last resort, and you don't want to go there. So it's all about trust, and like if you can really know, but you can never know. And apart from HIV, there are other STIs as well, that are involved, your gonorrhea and stuff. So it should be like a decision, like not like a decision, but something that you sit down with yourself and with your partner and you reason, okay, do I really want to go through that? Especially, I'm focusing to those who want to have their babies or start families, Otherwise, if you are undetected, there's nothing, or one of you is undetected, there's nothing that's stopping you from having babies and from having like a jolly time. And then coming to two partners, like here, two people who are married and then they're HIV positive, right? So the only thing in a lab that is important is that both of you are undetected. right? Because we might start the treatment omnye asuppress slower, right, than omnye actually angasuppress go suppress ku regimen 1. It does happen, available resistance nje zisasuka uyayibona. So hence you can't just be okay like, oh, we are HIV positive, so why not, let's just continue and whatever, right? So the major or the most important thing between those two people is that start your treatment and then at least wait for 6 months. But with a new drug, like I've been having like patients who are suppressing in 1 month, but normally we would actually call a patient back for a blood test when they are 6 months, after 6 months, to see if by suppressor, right? So yes, wait maybe for 3 months depending on your results, but how are they? So if you're both undetected, then you are actually, you are free to start a family, have sex without worrying about anything and everything else. But now it also boils down to the individuals. But how is your relationship? Do you trust that person that he or she's not gonna go around doing some funny things? Because like I said, there's what do we call it, reinfection and resistance. So that's why we are always encouraging the condoms, because with condoms you don't have to think and you don't have to be worried about, okay, what if the other one is doing A and B and C and D. So yeah, so okay, in a nutshell, that's just it. So with sex, it is very, very possible for couples to enjoy sex without condoms, but then the numbers is the person on treatment, and also your trust. You must, like I said, in a perfect world would just say, oh, you are undetected, but then throw the plastic away. But unfortunately, this is not a perfect world. So yeah, I hope everything is clear. And yes, you can, the moment you are undetected, you is equal to you. Undetected is equal to untransmittable. That goes to a lady who is like pregnant and who's scared that, can I transmit the HIV to my baby or whatever. So you is equal to you. You just need to take your treatment and be undetected, and then voila. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your comments down the comment section, and don't forget to like. And yeah, in the Fumaneka on Facebook, Akona Princess Loliwe, and I'm also on Instagram, Akona Loliwe. Thank you so much, and God bless.